welcome back. Miracles. The next level. All right. Last time we discussed the journey to heaven. The journey to heaven, of course. The journey to heaven is in a lot of ways a look at how you begin to recognize that one's higher self, which may seem like a guiding presence for a long time, was actually just you the whole time. You were just there the whole time talking to yourself. It's the funniest thing once you actually see it. But let's go ahead and really look at one word real quick. I'm going to call this miracles the next level, because here on earth, within the worlds where time is, you're going to see a lot of different miracles occur. Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of miracle workers, we got a lot of heals that happen. Miracles. But there is a concept of the miracle. The miracle, which inspires all miracles. So again, I'm going to draw this animation of God extending itself. God is extending itself. Then we have a little self down here in the world of perception. I can draw a little earth in there as well. And you're that little G right here. What's going to be occurring upon the journey to heaven is this little G is going to learn to start seeing that connection right there. That there is a direction that I can go in, and that direction has force, power, it has effects on stuff, and that's going to be the coolest thing ever. The miracle, if you're ready for it, is ding, 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 what God creates. The miracle is up here. The miracle is the creation, which is God. The miracle is that which inspires all miracles which are seen within perception. Let's go ahead and draw a... So the journey to heaven could be called Journey to the Miracle. The recognition of the power of life itself and what it's actually doing. Just so you're aware, the power of life itself has been ignored throughout all human centuries. It's the one thing. There's only exactly one passive verb in all of the English language, and it is the root word is to be, which gets turned into am, be, are, etc. What in the world are the chances that of all verbs, one of them is passive? That's an incorrect understanding. And that's something that we're going to be actively investigating, I can tell you that much. When you see an active verb of your am-ing, the fact that I am because it becomes an active verb instead of just some canvas on which everything else is happening. I can am actively. Baller 100. I assure you, the ability to am accurately feels like 100 every single time. The next thing though, the miracle, which is the thing we're over here talking about, it always feels 100. It's just doing creation. It has no threats at all in any of its system because everything is it. The miracle is that which inspires all miracles. So join me on this journey to the miracle. Luckily, we're already doing it. We just have to turn our eyes around and look at it. And I want to give one more thing. There is an advanced topic here in A Course in Miracles, but we already passed what was in A Course in Miracles, so I hope this is able to land perfectly well. And it is an intermediate understanding of this journey real quick. Because obviously we see a bunch of subjective selves out here, and yet I say God is all one thing. I wanted to calm any type of minds. I wanted to give assurance that there is an intermediate phase here which is perfectly capable of recognizing different God selves. I'm going to draw dotted lines here because It gets hazy once you're actually there because you're starting to believe in oneness, but also you have some of the belief of separation still. There is a perfectly valid and reasonable context that you will find yourself in, where there are different God selves which project the different earth selves. So for all the people you know, and many people who particularly you meet for the first time, you're going to have the chance to see yourself up here and interact with them at that level. The bodies on Earth, they may meet in a room, say hi to each other, hey, but what's actually happening, if your eyes are open to it, is that you're bumping into each other out in the perfect world. In fact, I call it light world. Light world, where miracles are seen. Of course, Miracles calls it the real world and the world of light. Maybe it's called heaven on earth as well. Because you're no longer going to be limited in these little shells anymore. You're not going to see yourself as limited. The people that you come across, even on the earthly plane, you will recognize they have a power in them as well. And once those things start melding together, and you see that their power is guiding their presence, and your power is guiding your presence, and then your two presences move together in symmetry, maybe there is a larger mind projecting all of it. But there is a beautiful dance that occurs in between. So, yeah, you're going to find more God out there. More God that's willing to say it's not you in person, just you in essence. The thing about God essence, another thing is, it's a perfectly powerful creative thing, mostly benign, due to its lack of threat, like a capybara. There's nothing in the universe which can threaten God. Perfectly beneficent, perfectly creative, has no lack at all, perfectly powerful. All of that leads to perfect peace, which is why we are bound to see a peace on earth as well. That's going to be guaranteed. There's enough information and technology coming out in support of these miracle messaging through me, through other people. There's enough information coming out that it just is going to seem really silly to be fighting once everybody recognizes the futility of hurt. There will be 1,000 years of peace. Good chance it already began if you're able to see that world. If you're still seeing earthly world, there will be 1,000 years of peace. That's guaranteed. Why? Miracle workers are going to shut it down. Shutting down war, shutting down disease, sickness, all of the stuff. We just don't have time for that. When perfectness is possible, you don't have time for any imperfectness. It's just not going to happen. Not for long, anyway. Not on my watch. My watch says it is now o'clock. All right, y'all. So this was the miracle is that which God creates. The miracle. That which God creates inspires all miracles within perception. And for anybody who, it's a bit of a leap. I'm going to tell you just right now. Don't even really try to make this leap unless you can just get it, go for it. Most people don't make that leap to say, I am on earth, to there is exactly and only one God, and I am it. Not many people can make that leap and stay sane in the earthly realms. I'm just saying, you can do whatever you want once you get to that point, though. If you actually recognize you're a God, you can ascend straight out of here, go off to the Himalayas and live 375 years before you decide to disappear your body or whatever. Your prerogative. Most people will lean into this heaven on earth, self and God's self, myself and my companion self, having both physical bodies and God bodies in harmony. It'll feel like a miracle. I can tell you that much. All right, so come join me in Light World, where miracles are seen. And until then, keep staying miracle-minded. And I'll catch you next time on Miracles, the Next Level. Y'all stay blessed.